well with Get Out When You Can. Has been 11-4, but been shortened into 5-2, and in some places 9-4.
So Get Out When You Can heads the market and heads the field going to the first. The grey horse in David Johnson's blue and green colours. Get Out When You Can flies the first from You Owe Me in second. Over on the inside is Mamadeus, lying in third position. Jiver at the back there in the very early stages. A couple of circuits from here to cover. Get Out When You Can from You Owe Me and Mamadeus and Jiver. It's Lord Who at the back, in fact. B&B is wide of the leaders in the early stages. They jump the second. Willie John Daly further back with Dizvier, and then out the rear Fazgo, and finally Lord Who into the back straight. On now to the next plain fence, and Get Out When You Can, and the amateur Robert Quinn from You Owe Me in second. Jiver over in third place. Mamadeus at the inside. Willie John Daly, who was second in this race 12 months ago. Willie John Daly just shielded blue-yellow sleeves, about 5th or 6th. Fazgo in the hoop sleeves wider out, and Dizvier out wide, a gap to Lord Who. On to the next. This is an open ditch. Get Out When You Can. Clears it in good style there. Followed in second by You Owe Me. Also traded punches with Iris's Gift on this course. This last start, Iris's Gift, well, literally ran him into the ground. Third B&B at this point in time from Mamadeus and Jiver. And Fazgo out wide, 2 or 3 lengths to Willie John Daly, Dizvier, and lastly Lord Who. Another open ditch. And this time a slight mistake from Fazgo there. Dizvier wasn't too quick over it either. At the top of the hill, a run downhill to the next couple of plain fences, and it's Get Out When You Can, a 3 or 4 length leader as they run towards the next. This is fence number 8 coming up, and Get Out When You Can from You Owe Me. B&B in the headgear on the left. On the right, the bright orange cap aboard Mamadeus. Extreme left, yellow and red stripes, Jiver as they jump this plain fence, followed by Fazgo. Willie John Daly was slow there. Dizvier towards the outside of him, and finally Lord Who. On to the next, before the turn into the home straight with well over a circuit to go. Get Out When You Can is jumping pretty soundly in front here, followed by You Owe Me in second place. Gerald Tumulty. B&B is third. Robbie McCarthy rides him, and Mamadeus back in fourth place as they swing this turn. Passing their starting point then in this PaddyPower.com amateur riders handicap chase. And the favourite still in front, Get Out When You Can. At the next, over safely. Aids by about 1.5 lengths to You Owe Me. And then B&B travelling kindly. Mamadeus is fourth. Jiver has to be pushed along wide of Fazgo. Then Dizvier under a patient ride from Aidan Fitzgerald. Willie John Daly is behind him. That hasn't been jumping too fluently. And Lord Who's always been last as they jump the next. All safely over then. Jiver coming under more pressure in the midfield and beginning to just lose its position under Nina Carberry. She's hard at work there as they run downhill to the next. This is fence number 12 coming up, and it's the grey Get Out When You Can who continues to lead the way. For the champion owner, David Johnson, will be doubly represented in tomorrow's Paddy Power Gold Cup with Our Vic and the Real Bandit. On towards the next. This is the water. Get Out When You Can from You Owe Me and B&B. They're clear of Mamadeus. Then Fazgo, Jiver, Willie John Daly, Dizvier, and the one that's dropped right away, having never really got competitive, is Lord Who at the open ditch. Still Get Out When You Can jumping well. Very bad mistake there from Mamadeus. Rider had to sit tight, Jamie Snowden. And Lord Who has been pulled up as they jump another plain fence. And seeing them over this one, John, Get Out When You Can, the leader, has been jumping well.
On some gallop, haven't they? And I've been really impressed with young Robert McCarthy, who's riding, Robert Quinn rather, on this horse, Get Out When You Can. The horse is giving him a good ride, and vice versa for a young lad who hasn't had many rides. Mick, have been really impressed with him.
Yeah, he's sitting very nice. I think, you know, a lot of these lads have done well. We've just seen Jamie Snowden sit a very serious mistake from Amadeus.
And B&B hit the ditch fairly hard as they run now with 3 fences left to jump, and Get Out When You Can has been looking good all the way here. You Owe Me is a good 6 lengths down in second now, then B&B. They've all got to find something behind. He's still sitting pretty, is Robert Quinn on this leader. Get Out When You Can, You Owe Me and Gerald Tumulty in second place. Where are the other challengers coming from? There doesn't seem to be anything at the moment making much impression. Get Out When You Can lands 3 or 4 lengths clear, jumping 3 out as they run down the hill from You Owe Me in second, B&B back in third. Willie John Daly is plodding on into 4th place from Fasgo. Tricky, the second last, and Get Out When You Can handles it beautifully there, and drawing further clear now of You Owe Me, the rider looking round for dangers. You Owe Me has dropped a good 10-12 lengths behind, beginning to look tired too. Then B&B back in third, a longer break then to Willie John Daly and Fasgo, followed by Jiva, Dees VA and Mamadeus. But running down to the final fence, this fence stands between Get Out When You Can and victory. He just clouts that. That's his only serious mistake at the last, but he's still got a good 12 or 15 lengths over B&B running on. The horse is getting very tired in front, Get Out When You Can. He's been out in front a long way, but only 50 yards left to cover, and he's going to hold on all right. He's dominated from start to finish and justifies favouritism in the hands of a very capable Robert Quinn. In second, B&B, running on for third, Willie John Daly, who made numerous mistakes. Then You Owe Me, followed by Fasgo, Jiva, and a long break to Dees VA. And I'm not sure if Mamadeus jumped the last. He's been pulled up on the run-in anyway. So the first winner at this year's Paddy Power Open meeting for Martin Pipe and David Johnson, with Get Out When You Can, the favourite here. There's the successful owner. He's got Celtic Sun to come a little bit later on today. And as I said earlier, strongly represented in tomorrow's big race with Our Vic and the Real Bandit.
Well, I've got a very, very smiley Robert Quinn with me. What were your words when you just came up?
Had about 90 rides on the rules. This is my 3rd winner, but I broke my neck there in Ireland 2 years ago. I spent 2 years out. Came to Mr. Pipe in July last year and I got my licence. And this is a super horse, and delighted he gave me the ride. So I thank Mr. Johnson and Mr. Pipe.
Yeah, well done. But I mean, jumping-wise, he just was...
Yeah. He is a brilliant jumper. He just measured himself. You just sit into him and leave him alone. He really loves it out there. He's a brilliant horse.
Just a little bit of a worrying moment at the last.
Yeah, it's just probably my fault. I let him idle a little bit. I should hit him a slap on the shoulder and made up his mind, but he got over it anyway.
And last year you led up the great Marcel here. This year you're riding a winner. Could you believe it last year that you'd be in this position?
Marcel won the first race here this day last year. No, I never thought I'd even be riding. I had no licence back then. But I'm back riding now, and sure, it's good to ride winners like this and good horses for Mr. Johnson and Mr. Pipe.
Well, it's a great comeback, and well done you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.